Kenya's government has begun bulldozing homes built in flood-prone areas and promising evicted families the equivalent of $75 to relocate after a deadline passed to evacuate amid deadly rains. In the capital, Nairobi, a bulldozer ripped through iron sheet walls as people watched in despair. Security forces with guns and batons stood guard and fired tear gas at some residents. The government last week told thousands of people living near rivers, dams, and other flood-prone areas to vacate as heavy rains that have left 238 people dead in recent weeks continue to pound. Most of those whose houses are demolished say they do not know where to go, even though the government claims they were notified about options. Human Rights Watch has accused the government of an inadequate response. Now what are we going to do? We love our president, and that is why we supported him. He should come to our aid, Jekink Jegik told the Associated Press. President William Ruto, who visited the vast Mathar informal settlement along the Nairobi River on Monday, said those whose houses had been demolished would be given 10,000 Kenyan shillings, $75, to help them resettle elsewhere. 3 people, including 2 children, have died in Mathar after being run over by bulldozers in the demolitions, 1 before the president's visit and 2 after it, according to civil society groups. Opposition leader Raila Odinga last week warned the government against demolishing more houses without a resettlement plan in place. The number of those affected by the flooding in Kenya has risen to 235,000, with most of them living in camps. Interior Minister Kithure Kindiki on Tuesday reiterated an evacuation order to 200 families living in the Kijabi area an hour's drive from Nairobi, where about 60 people were killed and houses were swept away when water broke through a blocked railway tunnel last week. That disaster prompted the government's evacuation order. It is not clear how many homes across Kenya have been demolished since then. Meanwhile, Kenya's cabinet has said that water levels in the country's 2 major hydroelectric dams, Masinga and Kiambra, have risen to historic levels, with people living downstream on the Tana River told to leave.